beautiful people. So we have our basic bodice pattern already extended to a blouse length. If you've not seen this tutorial, please click the card up or you check in the description box to see this tutorial. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to start manipulating the front of this pattern. Alright guys, so we are going to start first with the yoke of this blouse, and looking at this picture here, you can see that the yoke is getting to about 7 inches. So I'm going to mark it at that 7-inch point, but I'll just leave like ½ inch there. I'll do a 7.5 inch there, and at the side it's coming down to, let's say, about 3 inches here. So a 7.5 by 3 inches, and I'm going to draw my curve along that point. And now I'm just going to cut this yoke off and keep it aside. Okay, now let us focus on the bottom part of this blouse. We are going to first of all do our princess darts on this blouse. So what I'm going to do here is I'll just kind of like, I'll measure the dart size here, and I can see that my dart size is about 3.5 here and here. That's about 3.5. So I'll just add like 1.5 inch to this dart size, 1.5 inch cm. This measurements are in cm. So I'm going to be joining this to this new dart here. The purpose of doing this is I don't want that upper part to just be so flat. Now what we have removed here, we removed 3 cm here. I'm going to add 3 cm along this place so it doesn't get shortened. Now let us finish drafting this part. So I'm going to come here and just connect it. Don't let it be straight. I'll just connect it to this point here. And on this other side, I'm going to increase it to about 1.5 cm. So now I'm going to use my curve to curve that part. Now the next thing to do is to extend this line, this waist dart line, straight down. On so that we can get it more curly. So now you can see that I've done this to my princess dart line. Now this is where you would now start trying to figure out how many you want this to be shared. So on this front part, I'm going to share this into 2, knowing fully well that this middle one is going to be on fold. Since this middle one is going to be on fold, let me measure all what I have here. I have about 3.5 inches. So that middle one that will be on fold, I'm going to use that 1.5 inch for that part that will be on fold. So I'm splitting this center front into two. So I'm going to cut this like so. So this is one that will be on fold. That will be on fold. And this is number two. This one will cut two pieces, not unfold. Now for these other ones, I'm going to split it to like 4 places. So let me start from here. Let me use my marker. This one will be 3, 4, 5, and 6. All these ones will be cut 1-1. So the only places where we are going to be putting our flare are at this part and at this part. So let me just do that before we cut out the lines. So I'm starting the joining from this waistline here. Now from this point here, that's where that paper stops. I'm just going to extend it to about 3 inches. So I'm going to join the 3 inches to that part there. So that's the first one. From this end here, I'm going to measure 3 inches or so as well. So I'll join it to this point here. This part has the attachment now. Do the other one. So for the other one, I want to measure the 3 inches. I'll just pin it along here. So this is my 3 inches. I'm going to draw a straight line to that point. You know, this is how it will be on a normal day. If you are just doing a princess top, this is how it's going to be with the 3-inch attachment. But because we're slitting out through, we'll just go ahead and slit it through. All you now need to do after slitting through is just add your seam allowance. Add your seam allowance. Like me, I use 1/2 inch seam allowance. So you just go ahead and have it. For instance, to this one now, don't put any flaying out. If not, it's going to look. You can try it though, but I'm not ready to do that. So this will just come normal. It's just going to be that they are sewing. There are style lines in between those lines. This is the center front. Keep it aside and cut the other pieces. So for this one, I'm looking at this 4-inch here is quite very tiny. Let me try and increase it. I want to increase it a little. It's looking tiny. So I want to give it like ½ inch increase. So I will increase it from here and also increase it here like so. Because it's actually looking so tiny. Yeah, I think it's better. So that 4-inch has that 4th piece will be a little bigger. So like you just see, I eyeballed everything. Please do go ahead to eyeball it before you start cutting out. So these are all my front pieces. I have 6 pieces for the front, so that means by the time I'm cutting everything, it's going to total to about maybe like 12 inches or some 12 pieces or 11 pieces, since this one will be on fold. So I'll keep the front away and work on the back. Alright, so we have the back now. We're moving to drafting the pattern of the back. First thing we're going to do is just join these 2 darts together so that we can cut it off. So we can cut that dart off now, and there's not going to be any yoke for my back. This is already the zipper line. Let me draw the zipper line very well, so we know that that zipper part is out of it because it's going to be hidden anyway. So I'm trying to trace out the zipper line so we do not count it as part of the style line. Now if all that part is going to be hidden in the zipper, that means we can only share this one into 2 and this one may be shared into 3 or 4. It depends. Oh, before we do that, let's try and work on the neckline. This neckline is too high, so I'm going to make the neckline to about 3 inches here and drawing that here. That neckline was too high. I will cut this. I'll share this way like so, and this one right through the middle. So try and eyeball it to have like an equal on both sides. So this is for 1, this is the zip that will be hidden, so you can't count this. This is 2. So let's work on the sides. So the third one could be this way. Number 4. So 4 and 5. I actually have 10 style lines. It's going to be 10 pieces at the back, and the front is about 11 pieces. But it's fine. So now I'm going to add my paper. So we may still need to add paper there because it's not getting to that point. Remember, we're still adding 3 inches. If this is the point, you can see the point here. If that is the point, so I'm going to be adding 3 inches here. And it's supposed to be joined to this point here. So I'm still going to need a smaller piece of paper. Okay, so now so we are through with this back. Now I'll just cut along the style lines. Great, so these are the pieces that it will be cut to. I'll just go ahead and keep this away so that I can cut it. And the last thing we'll work on is the front neckline. So this is that is the dart line. I'm going to fold this dart line over itself like so. I need to now put paper here so that this part matches up. And for this other one, now this part is matching up. For this other one, I need to draw a straight line. And the next thing I'm going to do is my neckline. So I want this neckline to be about so this is the front yoke of the neckline. Now I'll go ahead to cut everything and we will see it in a minute. So I've gone ahead to cut all my front pieces. I actually switched it. This is like interchanging. This is my sleeve and this is the yoke of the front. And let me show you how the back is. So this is how my back piece looks like. It has been interchanged, one on this fabric, one on the white. I just switched it that way. So this is how the back is. Okay, and for my lining, I wouldn't want to cut the lining into strips, so for my lining, I'm going to join it together. Let me show you how I'll do to cut my lining. So now I can actually cut the lining just with this instead of cutting it in strips, because we actually don't need the lining to be in different panels, so this is fine. I'll also do this for the center back. So this is number 2 and this is number 1. So this is how I'm going to place it along that line here. Cut this 2 of each of my lining. I'll do the same for my front and I'll show you when I am through. So here is my lining. Like I advised, I just taped it because I don't need to have style lines in the lining. So let's go on to start joining all these pieces together. So guys, this is the back of the fabric. I had already sewn all the lines. You can see the sewing and I've given it a good press. So this is the back. Let me keep this here. And this is the front of the blouse. You can see the padding here. I didn't go ahead to put my padding. I can now join it like so, so it's all down to make a full front. And here is my lining piece. I already went ahead to join up my lining piece, and here is the back piece as well. I've joined this together. What I'll just do is now put the netting that should go up there. I'm going to sew the netting down there. So I'll just join the netting there. I'll sew it along that side. Now that my zip has been infused, I'm going to go ahead to take my front and sew it along the side seam and by the shoulder seam. So I'll go ahead to sew the shoulders and the side seam. Let's quickly do that. So people, we have joined everything. We have infused our zip, we have joined this front lining. Now we want to see how to go ahead to join the back lining. So I have my 2 back lining pieces here. One is for, well, okay, this is for, no, this is for this side, and this is for this side because of the side seam. So I'll take it first, put it front facing front, so the shoulder close. This is my shoulder here that the net has already been sewn to. So I'll place this one on the shoulder like so. And sew that shoulder seam. Now after sewing the shoulder seam, I'll place it like this and sew this one close. After sewing this one close, I'll also sew it along the zip line. Along that zip line allowance, I'll sew it straight down so that what will be open will just be this one open. So sew the shoulder, sew the neck, sew the zip. Let's do that. So guys, we have joined the neckline. We have also sewed the shoulder. We have closed the shoulders, and the zipper parts we have sewn it straight down. What is now left is to sew these 2 sides. That's to join the front and the back together, and I will just do that. It's just to place it like this. Yeah, then we pin it at this point, sew it down. Let me put my pin there. And take the other part too, and take this part as well, then sew it right sides facing each other like so. So let me join those 2 sides and come back. Alright people, so we are through joining everything. The lining, the front, everything is looking all snug. Now what is left for us to do is put our sleeve, and that will be the end of this project. Let me just open it, the inside, so you can see how the inside is looking now. See the stitches all clean, and nothing is showing on the inside. So you could as well as not even serge anything, and you still have a very clean finish. So that's what I always teach on this channel. Now I've gone ahead to prep my sleeves. They're already ready to be put into the blouse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pinning the sleeve to the blouse. So this one is for this side. I'm going to sew this round. I'll pin for the other sleeve and sew around as well, so we can see how it's already looking on the outside. If you want to use nets for your sleeve, you can go ahead to do that, but I think I will just prefer this so that I can wear it to work and other places as well. So let me sew this and we'll wrap up this project. Okay guys, we are through with this project. I really enjoyed making this project. Everything is crisp, clean. I have attached the sleeve, and this is how the inside is looking, properly finished. Yeah, so you can go ahead to just serge the armhole. That's the only part you need to do anything to. If you don't have a serger, use a bias to turn the armhole. And yeah, this is the end of the project. Let me close the zip. So if you did enjoy this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe, guys. Subscribe if you are yet to. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Also comment new videos you'd love to see on this channel, suggestions of videos. And till we see you in our next tutorial, have a blessed week. Stay safe. Bye.